I was scared of the original cartoon. I think I watched it once and then I never picked it up again.
What made you want to step into this world of DC heroes?
I needed a job. I'm a narcissist. The original cartoon came out in 1937, and very evidently so. There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
I'm gonna stand there 18 hours in a dress of an iconic Disney princess. I deserve to be paid for every hour that it is streamed on.
Disney's live-action Snow White? Brace yourself. This isn't the enchanting tale you grew up with. Gone are the cheerful songs, charming birds, and iconic poisoned apple. Instead, we're plunged into a swirling storm of controversy, jaw-dropping budget woes, and behind-the-scenes chaos that's more dramatic than any plot twist Disney could dream up. At the center of this cinematic cyclone is none other than Rachel Zegler, the young actress chosen to embody Snow White. You'd think scoring the lead role in a Disney classic would be a career-defining moment, right? But hold on. This dream quickly spiraled into a public relations nightmare. In interviews that sent shockwaves through fan communities, Zegler didn't mince her words, calling the original 1937 Snow White outdated and irrelevant to modern audiences. And just like that, boom! The internet erupted like a volcano. Fans were outraged. Hashtags took over social media, and the backlash spread like wildfire. The very essence of what made Snow White an enduring treasure was suddenly under attack. Stay tuned. This is only the beginning of the drama. Fans were outraged. Accusations of disrespect and outright mockery of a cherished classic started flying in every direction. Social media became a battlefield, ablaze with fiery criticism. The rallying cry? Why cast someone who seems to despise the very movie they're starring in? The backlash wasn't just intense. It was relentless, like a digital wildfire blazing out of control, consuming every corner of the internet faster than any enchanted forest curse could ever spread. But wait, it gets even more explosive. Rachel Zegler's comments were only the tip of the iceberg. Disney stirred up even more controversy by deciding to completely reimagine the beloved Seven Dwarfs. Gone are the pint-sized miners we all know and love. Instead, they've been replaced by a diverse ensemble of magical companions, an unprecedented creative shift that sent shockwaves through the fandom. Here's where things really took a turn. Fans felt utterly betrayed. They weren't just disappointed, they were furious. "Why mess with a timeless classic?" they cried out. "Why not create new stories instead of tearing apart the ones we hold dear?" It wasn't just criticism, it was heartbreak pouring out in thousands of posts, tweets, and videos. And if you thought this backlash was contained to Snow White, think again. Fans quickly drew comparisons to other controversial remakes, like The Little Mermaid, where modern updates similarly clashed with the nostalgia audiences were craving. Those parallels only fueled the outrage, turning Snow White into the latest battleground in Disney's ongoing struggle to balance innovation with legacy. What's next for the studio? Let's just say the storm shows no signs of calming. And just when you thought the drama couldn't possibly escalate, the real bombshell drops. This remake of Snow White has become one of Disney's most expensive endeavors yet. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars, a budget so massive it could rival some of the biggest superhero blockbusters out there. But why is this fairy tale carrying a price tag fit for a Marvel spectacle? The answer lies in elaborate sets that could make a kingdom jealous, grueling shooting schedules that dragged on for months, and of course those costly reshoots that pushed expenses into the stratosphere. Here's where it gets even juicier. In the midst of the fiery backlash, Disney decided to hit the panic button. They ordered extensive reshoots. Whole scenes were reworked, dialogue was rewritten, and key sequences were painstakingly adjusted, all in a desperate attempt to win back the angry mob. And the price tag for this damage control? Millions of dollars on top of the already staggering budget. The production costs are now raising some very uncomfortable questions about whether this film could ever hope to turn a profit. Could Snow White be shaping up to become one of Disney's most spectacular financial disasters? But wait, it doesn't stop there. Disney's marketing team valiantly tried to steer the ship through the storm, but their efforts only seemed to pour gasoline on the fire. Early trailers proudly spotlighted the empowered version of Snow White and the modernized storyline, emphasizing the bold new direction they'd taken. However, instead of calming the outrage, this strategy completely backfired. Fans felt like Disney wasn't just ignoring their concerns, they were doubling down, as if rubbing salt in an already festering wound. The backlash to the marketing campaign was swift and merciless. Social media exploded with criticism, accusing Disney of being tone-deaf and prioritizing agendas over storytelling. What was meant to generate excitement for a modern take on the classic only amplified the anger, leaving fans more alienated than ever. Could this be the studio's biggest marketing misstep in recent memory? One thing's for sure, the stakes couldn't be higher. The internet was ablaze once again. Trailers for Snow White were hit with an avalanche of dislikes, and the comment sections turned into full-blown battlegrounds of frustration and fury. It was like a digital war zone, with fans firing verbal missiles at Disney and the studio. They seemed to be losing ground fast. The backlash wasn't just loud, it was deafening, echoing across every corner of social media. But this isn't just some fleeting PR nightmare. Oh no, the stakes are much higher. A flop of this magnitude could send shockwaves through the entire Disney empire. Think about it. Merchandise lines sitting unsold, shelves stocked with Snow White dolls that nobody wants. Picture entire warehouses filled with unsellable toys, costumes, and collectibles gathering dust, a chilling testament to the studio's missteps. And it doesn't stop there. Theme park attractions based on the film could become irrelevant before they even launch, leaving Disney scrambling to contain the fallout. And then there's Rachel Zegler. Will this storm of controversy sink her career before it even fully sets sail? Her outspoken remarks about the original Snow White and the ensuing backlash have put her in a precarious position. Hollywood can be unforgiving, and this situation is already drawing comparisons to other actors whose careers stalled after misjudged public comments. Could Zegler become a cautionary tale, a stark warning for young stars about the risks of speaking out too boldly? The answer to that question is still up in the air, but it's clear her trajectory now hangs by a thread. But this saga isn't just about one film, one actress, or even one studio. It's about so much more. The Snow White debacle has sparked a deeper conversation about Hollywood's obsession with remakes and the delicate balance between nostalgia and reinvention. Have we reached a tipping point? Are we so fixated on reviving beloved classics that we're forgetting to create fresh, original stories? And what happens when these modernized remakes collide headfirst with the cherished memories of passionate fans? The clash is more than a creative disagreement. It's an emotional battle. These aren't just movies. They're pieces of childhood, tied to powerful, deeply held sentiments. When studios decide to rewrite history, they risk alienating the very people who made these classics iconic in the first place. And if Snow White falls flat, it could serve as a wake-up call, a stark reminder that some stories should be left untouched, or, better yet, that it's time to focus on crafting new tales to inspire the next generation. The fate of Snow White teeters on the edge of uncertainty. Will it crash and burn at the box office, emerge as a surprising critical triumph, or land somewhere in that murky middle ground? The bigger question is whether this controversy-laden remake will reshape Disney's entire approach to reimagining its timeless classics. Could this be the wake-up call Hollywood desperately needs? A stark reminder of the incredible power nostalgia wields and the unspoken contract to honor the audiences who cherish these stories. One thing's clear, this saga is far from over. The drama continues to evolve, and with every passing day, the stakes for Snow White, and perhaps even Disney's future, grow higher. A flop of this magnitude could push the studio to rethink its entire strategy for live-action remakes. But what if it succeeds? What if the controversy, the backlash, and the relentless debates somehow fuel curiosity and drive audiences to theaters? In either case, the ripples from this project will be felt across Hollywood. Here's where it gets even juicier. This isn't just a film. It's a battle for Disney's legacy, a fight to define what the studio stands for in the modern age. Is Disney still the home of timeless magic, or has it become a factory churning out rebranded nostalgia? Snow White has become a lightning rod for these debates, and its success, or failure, will speak volumes about the direction Disney plans to take.